Okay, now we're going to go on to the clues part of the practice. Like I said, we're going to come back to, you can do that on your own. Okay, so, all right, so what you're going to do, it tells you the ellipse, write the equation and graph the conic. All right, so it says the vertices are at 8, 3 and negative 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. 7, then 8, and then negative 2, 3. Oh, oops. All right, so negative 8, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So somewhere like right here. Okay. All right, and then negative 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now, when they give you the vertices, and I might, if I were you, I'd put a little V right there to help me. Okay, when they give you the vertices, basically they're telling you a couple things. Helps you find, the first 2 points help you find the center. So negative 8 to 2 is 10 spaces, so the center would be 5 spaces. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so my center is at 1, 2, 3, it's 3, 3. Okay, so for the ellipse, I can start out x minus 3 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 1. Okay, all right, the other thing, the vertices tell you that amount 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, 5 squared would be 25, because you go back to how would we graph, all right, center, we'd take the square root of 25, that's how we would get that, so I got that much. The minor axis is 6, which means the whole thing is 6. So it's from the center, it's 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, 2, and 3. So this is a whole thing of 6. So if that's 3, underneath here would be 9, okay? And then to graph it, it's very simple, okay? All right, moving on to this ellipse, okay? All right, it says the vertices are at 1, 7, all right? So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then 1 and negative 1, okay? All right, and so since I know my vertices are there, I know the center, okay? So 1 to negative 6 is 8 spaces, so that would be 4 away. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's 1 over 1, 2, 3 up, okay? So x minus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 1. Now, I know this 1, 2, 3, 4, all right, that would be 16. Now, since this is vertical, that 16 is going to go under here. It's under y, because that's the y direction. Minor axis is a length of 2. So that's 2, 1, 2 this way, 1, 2 this way. All right, so 2 squared would be 4. And then here would be my ellipse, okay? Now, when you get into number 3, and you start getting into focuses, it's a little bit different. Okay, the first focus is at 0, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0, negative 2. All right, now this is 6 spaces. This is going to come back into play in a little bit. So halfway would be 3 spaces. All right, so 3 spaces, 1, 2, and 3 puts my center right there at 0, 1. Okay, so I got x squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 1. All right, now unlike these examples, I can't fill out any of this yet because all this amount that they gave me, this 3, all right, we'll write this down. C is 3. 3 is the distance from the focus to the center. That's going to come back in play in a little bit. Okay, now they do give me the major axis, which is 8. Okay, now since the focuses are going this way, the major will go this way. So 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, all right. So that 4, which is that length there, would be 16 under that. Okay, all right. Now, I'm out of clues. What I can use, and there's a formula that you will be given, okay, which says c squared equals a squared minus b squared. Okay, I want to make sure you can see that. Okay, you can. All right. So I have some of this already. I have a squared, which is 16. All right. C squared. All right. Here's how I figure out c squared. C squared. C was 3. Remember, that was the center to the focus. Was 3. So 3 squared would be 9. All right. Simple arithmetic. I would subtract the 16. That gives me negative 7 equals negative b squared. So 7 represents that number underneath. Okay? Now, to finish my graph, the square root of 7, I only have to graph one more part, is 2.6. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and a little bit. Okay, 1, 2, and a little bit. So what I got, the focuses are inside for the ellipse, and that's what I have. All right? So that formula comes back into play. All right? Still working with ellipse. We got one more. I'm going to do another one of those examples, and we're going to move on to hyperbola. All right? It says negative 3, negative 5 for your focus. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? 1, negative 5. Okay? So that total distance is 4. Halfway would be 2. Okay? So C is going to be 2 for me. All right? That'll be important in a little bit. All right? So I got negative 1. So that's plus 1 squared. All right? And y plus 5 squared. Okay? All right, now it says the major axis is the length of 6. So that means that the whole thing would be 3. So 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right, 3 squared would be 9. That's going under x because that's the x direction. Now, I'm out of clues. Okay? Once again, I'm going to use this idea of c squared equals a squared minus b squared. All right? So I got 9. All right? 2 squared would be 4. So if I subtract 9, that would be negative 5 for b squared. Okay, so this other part would be 5. Okay, all right, and if I wanted to figure out what the square root of 5 is to help me finish my graph, it's 2.2. So 1, 2, and a little bit, 1, 2, and a little bit. So I got this action going. Okay, all right, and that's what we got for ellipse. All right, now on to hyperbolas. All right, it says vertices of 2, negative 4, and 2, 2. All right. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 2 over, 2 up. Okay, all right. So that tells me those would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. Okay, so halfway would be 3 spaces. All right, so 1, 2, and 3. All right. Now this is important, a little bit different. All right, with hyperbola because we have those two graphed. The y is going to be first there. Okay. So hyperbola is one that can flip around and has a minus between it. And because those vertices are vertical, up and down, the y is first. So that 3, that's going to be 9. Okay? All right? So we got probably do the center first. So it's 2, negative 1. Okay? So my center was 2, negative 1. I got to be careful because that means plus 1 minus 2. Okay? Because I got to match the appropriate variables. Then it says the focuses are at 2, negative 7. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay? All right, and then 2, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Now, I know that my hyperbola is going to open this way. Okay? Because y is first. Now, I have to use the hyperbola formula is a little bit different. The hyperbola formula says b squared equals c squared minus a squared. That's really sloppy. Okay? It's b squared equals c squared minus a squared. Okay? Now, I already have my a squared. How do I get my c? Okay, count my focus to the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? It's 6 spaces away from the center. Okay? So that's 6 squared. All right? So that's going to be 36 minus 9, which will be 27. Okay? And you don't need to worry about graphing the other part. You're already good there. All right? The vertices on this one, on number 6, are 7, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 1, 2, and 3. Okay? And then negative 1, 3. All right? Now, this is a total of 8 spaces, so halfway would be 2. Halfway would be 4. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so my center is at 1, 2, 3. It's at 3, 3. Okay? Now, since I have these vertices going this way, x is going to be first. All right? Okay, center, 3, 3. Oops. Okay? Now, that 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that will allow me to put 16 under there. All right? Because 4 squared would be 16. 8, 3, okay, that goes 1 more space this way. This goes 1 more space this way. So it was 4 spaces from here to here. Now it's 5 for C. So C is 5. So I'm going to use that formula. b squared equals c squared would be 25. B would be that, so b squared equals 9, and that's what that goes. Okay, my graph is going to open left and right. Okay, all right, moving on. Okay, a couple more, then we'll get to the circle ones. All right, circles are very easy. Okay, my vertices here are 5, 0, and negative 5, 0. Let me move this down so I make sure you can see it. Okay, all right, so 5, 0. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 3, 0, okay, which puts me in 8 spaces for the whole thing. Divided by 2, that means 4 spaces in, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So my center is here. Since it's going to open this way, all right, because those are the vertices. All right, so x will be first. X minus 1 squared. Minus y minus 0 squared, or actually not even have to put 0 minus 0. All right, equals 1. All right, that 4 spaces we counted would make this 16. The focuses are at 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then negative 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so what I look at is I count those spaces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. C is 6, okay? I'm going to use that same formula, which says b squared equals c squared minus a squared. That's going to be 36 minus 16, which would give me 20, okay? All right? Going on to this vertice is 0, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 0, negative 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, I automatically know it's going to look like this. All right? Now, this would be 10 spaces, all right, divided by 2, that'd be 5 spaces total, all right, to the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? So my center's at 0, 1, all right? Now, the y is going to be first now in this case, okay? All right, my center's at 0, 1, so the 1's going to come in here, and that's going to be nothing in there, okay? I'm going to count up. We counted 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 spaces to that, like I said, which would make that 25. All right, my focus is at 0, 6. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no, 0, 7, I'm sorry. And 0, negative 5. All right, so at 0, 7, it's going to be, C is going to be 6. Okay, so b squared equals c squared minus a squared. That's going to be 36 minus 25, which would be 11. Okay. All right. The circle's a lot easier. All right. Negative 1, 2 up, and we're going 3 right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Graphing's easy. Okay. Center will be x plus 1 squared. Y minus 2 squared equals 9. So I'm squaring this number, changing those signs. Okay. It's pretty easy. All right, moving on to this one, okay, the center would be minus 2 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals 36, because I'm squaring that, all right, so 1, 2, down 1, 6 each way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the circle goes around like that. Okay. This one is just going to be x squared because there's nothing for x squared. Y plus 3 squared. Now, for 2 square root of 3, you can do that a couple different ways. Okay. You can do 2 square root of 3. Hit execute, then square that result. You would get 12. Or you can do 2 square root of 3. In parentheses squared, you get 12. Okay. All right. So that's basically 3.46 there. All right. So 0, negative 3, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and a bit. 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 It goes around like that. Okay? All right, in the center here, this would be x minus 1 squared. There's nothing for y squared. All right, same deal. You can do 6 square root of 2 squared, which is basically 8 0.4, all right? Or you can do 6 square root of 2 squared. Okay, and you get 72. All right, that was 8.4. Graphing it would be easy. Okay, 1, 0. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a bit. Okay? All right, the exactness of that doesn't really matter. I'm more concerned with the equation. Okay? All right, and the next section, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the completing the square stuff.